So we got us a brew from Thwaites Brewery, the Crafty Dan, micro, whatever. All right. So this beer has Centennial, Citra, Amarillo, Apollo, Chinook, and Coatau. Thank you for listing your hops. My throat is raw and in pain because I've eaten a lot of hop cones and I really like high ABV beer, so I thought that I would review Bravo Hops whole hop cones, and so I chewed one up. 17.5% alpha acids. Now I'm going to drink this IPA to cool shit down. I had a bunch of sweet mead that I brewed. I just posted that one too. It's been almost a year, so this is White Cranberry Mellow Mel. Fabulous beverage, highly endorsed brewing mead. I got a Stanley Park glass here from Vancouver. Brewery out of Vancouver there. So we're doing a beer from the United Kingdom. Out of it. Some head on there. I like that color. So the 13 guns is a salute to the original 13 states or whatever. So here's the label. I had their Big Ben. It's kind of a brown ale thing. Really liked it. Really liked the way that beer was hopped, especially. So nothing too flashy, but just had that nice kind of a kind of like a well hopped porter, but it was a brown ale. This one's 5.5% alcohol by volume. An intense hit of hops, American IPA. I don't know if it. I don't see the IBUs on here. I'm sure it could quite possibly be on here. There's a lot of stuff. It's 1.8 UK units. Not exactly sure what that means. Okay, so here's a nice shot on the head there. That's looking totally fine by me. And IPAs that come off this red color, big fan. And so I had the mead to kill the hop burn in my mouth. So the flavor's all gone from the hops, but my throat's still numb and burning. But I can't really taste the burning in my throat. So beware of Bravo. That's actually hops that will like destroy you. So I'm glad because that's the kind of hops I wanted. So. This one. This beer right here. This is the one. Very sweet. Sweet from the hops, sweet from the malts, but no, I'm not getting any overpowering grapefruit or anything like that. Kind of smells like it's going to be quite tropical. Last red beer I had like this was, I think, the Inversion, but I don't think it was this red. This is really cool. Seems to be force carbonated. You get some bitterness in the finish there. Quite a bit, a lot of tropical. Taste that again. Pulling a bit of grapefruit up front. Major tropical stone fruit. With a pronounced bitterness in the finish. The malts, there's such a nice sweetness to this beer. And aroma. The aroma is fabulous. A little bit of almost like a burnt flavor from these red malts. Usually they come off just sickly malty, like in an amber. But I'm not really pulling out too much of that type of thing. That's a little more like burnt in a way. There's quite a bit of hops, but there is a little bit of a rest in the finish, and then it goes into full-on dry hoppage taste. And there's quite a few varieties in there, so it'd be pretty hard to pull apart what's doing what, and I don't know. That's why I'm starting to do hop reviews. So I'm going to start reviewing hops. I got a few different varieties here. And I'm going to go to get some more from these brew shops in Calgary, which Brad from Beerzerker Reviews tonight just gave me the rundown on where to go. in Alberta here in Calgary for my supplies and my beers when I do visit the city. So major thanks to him. So check out that channel and shit, because we get lots of beers here. And so he's doing lots of beers and shit too. So let's check that shit out, and homebrew shit too. Some of the first kit reviews I ever saw that, when I first got into brewing, he was already airing videos on the brew house bags of wort and stuff. So me and a bunch of buddies were all watching like his reviews a long time ago on that shit too. And it just happens he's not too far away, so that's pretty cool. It's got kind of a toasty nuttiness to it. Pretty great malt bill. And a great kind of grapefruit type typical finish. But kind of tropical up front, grapefruit in the back. Nutty, richy, malty. Kind of these red IPAs also carry a little bit of a cool flavor. It's hard to describe, I guess. Kind of a bit. I'll think on that for a second. A little bit rubbery, almost like a candy, like a red gummy bear. You know, something like, there's like a bit of a strange texture with a kind of a sugary, very smooth flavor, though not like just straight sugar. Like I said, like a candy, like a berry flavored candy. Like I said, a red gummy bear, gummy worm, and I get that out of like some of these red IPAs. So it's a good flavor. It doesn't taste corny like a gas station candy. It's like in a good way, in a very cool malty way. Not like red malt. Like, I guess it's coming from the amberness. Like you can kind of get that out of some amber beers, but since it's an ale and it's so smooth as compared to most of the amber beers you drink, it would be like a Marzen or whatever, which is a lager. So you take that crispness out of the equation, and with that texture and the same type of flavor is coming off like gummy bears. Red gummy bears, that's the flavor. The aroma, I could smell this beer all day. The aroma from these hops is awesome. It's pretty well balanced. There is some weird rests in it. It's I don't know if it'd be kind of hard to say, is it malt forward or hop forward, because when it has like that kind of color, it's very well balanced, but it has a few moments in the flavor where it's kind of vacant of too many hops or malts, which is kind of cool. Kind of a toasty, basically a cream colored head, just a little bit darker than that. It's not really too major of a head still. It's dissipated quite a bit. It is lacing a bit there. Fabulous finish. Well, I'm really enjoying it. I did really like the Big Ben. I do like these red IPAs a lot. This one's really good in everything. It's just I always have the same complaint. That's why I'm brewing 125 IBU black IPA, because that's why I'm eating Bravo hop cones, because I was like, I gotta make sure that this is good enough. Because they say you can't taste anything after 100 IBUs, like that's the max, but I don't believe that. And so this one, I think this one's really good, but I think If I had my choice and I was only going to buy one of their beers and there's this in the Big Ben, I'd take the Big Ben. But this one's a close second. Definitely worth picking up. Definitely worth picking up. It wasn't a lot of money for a single, especially coming from the UK. I think it was like $3, which is not that bad. Going to a craft beer store and picking up a single in Canada here, that's not really outrageous by any stretch of the imagination. So, fair price. 5.5%. I think that's really where I'm kind of like a little bit. I would like this a lot, but I'm not. I didn't design the beer. Maybe there's a reason they did it at this level. There's just not enough alcohol in this, maybe for me, And I would like this same recipe just doubled, with like half the amount of water. Then we would have a violent IPA on our hands. So, and those are the type of IPAs I like. So anyway, so stay tuned for IPA beer reviews, hop reviews, and some homebrew shit, some mead shit, all kinds of shit. Yeah, eat hops. There's nothing wrong with it, and I'm out. Oh, I gotta give it a rate, right? I didn't give it a number. I should probably give it a number. That's pretty nice. I give it 8 3/4. Oh, that finished. Oh, it kind of wants to take it to a 9. I'd say it's 8 3/4 to a 9 for sure out of 11, and that's a pretty solid rate. It's a pretty solid IPA. One of the better ones. Let's give it a 9. It's 9 out of 11, and I recommend picking it up. Just beware that it's only 5.5% alcohol by volume. That'd be probably the only turnoff for most of us. But if you want a 5.5% IPA that is pretty badass, this one right here, Beerzerker!